And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Houston Astros. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, this ballpark still among the game's best. When the roof is open, it feels like an outdoor ballpark. And then you have the shade and the cool when the roof is closed.
Yeah, and formerly Towles Hill out there in center. You still have the Crawford boxes in left, a unique setback in left center field, which causes the left fielders to have to play differently. But there is a lot of character to this place.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. Today's starting pitcher, Peter Lambert.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Now a slow roller to second. Altuve tosses to first. One up, one down. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. He's a guy who does it all. Now a fly ball to right center. Smith sizes this one up. And there's two away. Two outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor. Pitch misses inside. Ball one. And the right-hander deals. And that's in for a strike.
1-1.
That clips the zone. It's a ball and two strikes.
Good looking fastball right there. Surprised he didn't take a rip at that. I think he got locked up a little bit.
Righty delivers. Popped up left side. Shoemaker on the move. Snags it on the run. And that'll do it. Nobody left for Seattle. Now here come the Astros. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Minute Maid Park. And starting this one, George Kirby.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
And stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. And first offering is fouled off. Kirby. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Next offering is in for a strike.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and you know he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
1-2. And 1-2. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping guys off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
High fly ball out towards left field. That one's deep. To the warning track, makes the catch. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Here's Yordan Alvarez. First offering, and it just misses. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that guys at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. And the righty deals. And it's 1-1. And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Isaac Paredes now. Misses inside, and it's 1-0. The wind and the pitch. And that's through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a strike. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And here it comes. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So man aboard, and now it's Christian Walker. And there's the strike. You know, Christian Walker, a guy who had a really successful amateur career. His college ball with the South Carolina Gamecocks. They won the College World Series twice with Walker, and he tied the College World Series record for most career hits with 28. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. That's a little bit low. The pitch. There's the strike. Out towards right center field. Raley settles underneath it. Squeezes it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Houston. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. Here's the power hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. The pitch. Just off the outside part of the plate. 1-0. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
At the belt and fires. And it is 2-1.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
To first, and quickly one away in the second.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. That's in there. That's strike 1. And that's a strike. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like he kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Here comes the pitch.
1-2.
Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Right through there, got him. 2 down.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And now, Luke Raley. First offering, misses the mark. No score. Base hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Man at first, J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. That one's in there, 0-1. Raley off of first with 2 away. And it's even up. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Paredes makes the grab, and that's the inning. Mariners leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Houston, bottom of the second. And now it's going to be Cam Smith. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. Out to short. Crawford on the run, sends it over to first. And a quick out, number 1. So next up for Houston, Bryce Matthews. In there, and it's 0-1. Ripped to third and caught. Dustin Harris up next for the Astros. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Play made, that ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And now the DH, Dominic Canzone. The right-hander back to work. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Canzone measures 6 feet even in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and they traded for him earlier this year. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. Gone. He'll circle the bases, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Here's the rookie third baseman, Leonardo Rivas. That one finds the corner, and that is strike one.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
The pitch. Pulls that one foul. Next pitch is popped up. Altuve makes the catch, and there's one gone. Number 2 up next for the Mariners. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. There's a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. The next offering misses. 2-2.
It's a good take.
Two now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Righty to the plate. Line drive caught.
Made a bid for a nice opposite field double down the line. Beautiful swing, but nothing you can do about the result. Third basemen are just used to handling hot shots like that.
So digging in, Julio Rodriguez. And that's in there for strike one. Rodriguez, a strong arm center fielder, 22 years old. And he's a former Rookie of the Year. And that one fouled off. The pitch. Ball one low.
Tough to take a two-strike changeup that just missed. They get frozen.
And the next pitch is way outside. Right-hander kick steals. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And now it's Josh Naylor. Pitch misses inside. Ball one.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Two outs. Towards first. Walker takes it himself. Third out. And that ends the frame. The Mariners pick up a run thanks to this solo homer. It's now 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Braden Shoemake. There's a strike. Kicks and deals. Strike two.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And now 1-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Christian Vasquez, the hitter. And right back to the mound. Slings to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. So the Houston lineup turns over. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. And first offering is fouled off. Altuve, a former Gold Glove winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in Venezuela. And that's in for a strike. And the 0-2. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Astros are down quietly. They're down 1-0. Back here in Houston as we go to the top of the 4th. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. And he deals. Fouled off. He was late.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Got him swinging. And one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Quick 3-pitch strikeout, and you look at the sequence. The plan was clearly to work him inside. Didn't want to let him get his arms extended, make him a little bit uncomfortable in there, and he ended up overmatching him in the process. That's one you have to take note of as a hitter for next time you come to the plate.
And here is Randy Arozarena. And first offering is fouled off. And that drops in for a strike. Sets him down looking. Fastball at the letters, throws him for strike 3.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Raley batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
The 0-1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Matthews moving under this one, brings it in, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Mariners go down quietly there, but they still lead it 1-0. Welcome back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Chris, it's pretty amazing to think that Yordan Alvarez could actually be a Dodger.
The Dodgers originally signed him in 2016, and a little over a year later, the Astros acquired him for Josh Fields. Pretty good deal for Houston. Next offering is in for a strike.
Great deal, and you see Yordan Alvarez really emerging as that David Ortiz type of designated hitter.
Oh, gets dirty. The wind of the pitch. That's hard hit on the line. Fair ball.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really protected with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. A nice job of bad ball hitting.
Next to hit, Isaac Paredes. In there for strike 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
0-2 now. Grounder might be 2. Slings to second. Relay to first. Double play.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
Christian Walker up next for the Astros. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And the right-hander deals. There's a strike. And now 2-1. Slider clips the zone. 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here at the ballpark, and now the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. And the pitch. That clips the inside corner for a strike. High fly ball out to center field. And it's caught for the out. Dominic Canzone up next for the Mariners. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. Ball 1, no strikes.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
The 1-0. That's inside.
2-0 to count.
Next offering is down low. 3-0. And there's ball 4.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
1 down. Here's the third baseman, Leonardo Rivas. In there, and it's 0-1. And that one off the outside edge.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And a pitch. Falling behind 2-1. To the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. Number 2 up next for the Mariners. And that's in there for strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And the pitch. Double steal. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Here comes the throw, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. That one's in there, 0-1. Two on, one out. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Here's the 0-2. And a base hit up the middle. In comes the run from third. It's 3-0. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Josh Naylor. That's in there. Strike one. Runners are at the corners, one away. Next pitch is outside. Throw over to first. Rodriguez back easily. The 1-2. And now 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
First and third, one down. Next one is off the plate. Counts full, 3-2.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Swung on, popped up left side. That's a base hit. Run scores. Not in time. He's safe. And it's 4-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field, and that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Peter Lambert done for the night, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. New pitcher on now, Jason Alexander.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
First and second, one out. Cal Raleigh, the next to hit. Just missed. Rodriguez over at second. Naylor at first. One gone. Next offering is down low.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That misses. 3 balls, no strikes. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And the 3-1. And he walked him. Bases loaded with one away. Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That's a base hit as a run scores. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only one gone.
Comes through with the RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now it's the right fielder, Luke Raley. First pitch just misses. Good eye right there.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Harris under it. Makes the catch. Runner tags from third. Dives for the tag. Got it. And that is out number 3.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time. And they cut down the run to end the inning.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off, Cam Smith. The line to kick the pitch. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Raley makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. And next to hit for Houston, Bryce Matthews. First pitch, and he just misses. There's a strike.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
The 1-1.
That's up. Ball 2.
There's a strike.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Righty delivers. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now 2 away.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Harris now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Oh, 0-2 now. And ball 1.
1-2.
Check swing. Now an appeal to third. No swings, says Freddie Ferguson. Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And yes, he offered at it. 1-2-3 go the Astros. Top 6. And now here is J.P. Crawford. And that one is inside. Crawford measures 6 feet 2 inches, 200 pounds, and he won a Gold Glove in the shortened 2020 season. Next pitch misses way outside. On the ground to first, and that's just foul. Two now. In the air out to center. Matthews in position. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. Dominic Canzone getting ready to hit. First offering, and it just misses. On the ground, right side. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Leonardo Rivas. And first offering is fouled off. Rivas, in his second season, 25 years old, he joined the team as a free agent. That smash towards center. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw into second, but he's in there easily.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer one to center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra bases.
Number 2 will hit next. First offering misses the mark. Fouled off to the right. Rivas stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. 1 left for Seattle, but they hold a 5-0 lead. And welcome back. Now it's the shortstop, Braden Shoemate. Kirby back to work. And that's in the dirt.
Well, these Astros, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And the 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Rosarena makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
Vasquez, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Got him looking for the strikeout. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Altuve, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And now it's 3-2.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handed.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And out of here. Jose Altuve will touch them all. And they cut into the lead. It's 5-1.
In this at bat was very patient, and it paid off.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one fouled off. The 1-1. Just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one's on its way. No question about it. And that one will go. Yordan Alvarez blasts one out. And they cut into the deficit. It's 5-2.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Base is empty with 2 away. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike one. Going to count 1-2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Set down on strikes. Clip the bottom of the zone with a curve for strike three. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now 5-2. Back here at Minute Maid Park. And the batter now, Julio Rodriguez. First pitch just misses. And there's a ball.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Popped up. Altuve should have this one. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
Well, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Naylor stands in now and watches strike one. Right-handed reliever. And a curve is down and in. And now 2 balls and a strike. Left-hand hitter waits. That clips the corner.
2-2.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Ball one there. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Into the outfield, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. And the pitch is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. On the inside corner for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
And the 0-2. Got it by him for the K.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
So first and second with 2 outs. And stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it hits the fence. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's 6-2. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. So they get 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Bottom of the 7th. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
Bounce to the right side, into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So next up for Houston, Cam Smith. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Puts it away for the out.
Up next for the Astros, the center fielder, Bryce.
And next to hit for Houston, Bryce Matthews. First offering misses badly for ball 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That's in there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Walker over at first with 1 away. And that one almost got him. This one popped up. Snags it for the 2nd out.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Now the left fielder, Dustin Harris. And it goes just foul. Strike 2.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Next one misses, and it's 1-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Inning over. So the Astros lead 1. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Bennett Sousa.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, J.P. Crawford. Here comes a pitch. Bounced up the middle. The throw to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Now it's the DH, Dominic Canzone. In there for strike 1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Left-hand batter waits. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Here's a 1-1. And that's outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
At the belt and fires. That one missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The 3-1. And he dropped it. But plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Leonardo Rivas. And that one missing low.
1 ball, no strike.
Looked like it was a little bit up. The pitch. Just off the inside edge. And there's the automatic. Downstairs, and it misses, ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Number 2 stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And now the lefty slapped foul. Oh, and 2 now. Caught him looking for the K. Mariners lead 1. They lead it 6-2. New pitcher for the Mariners, Edward Bizardo. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And the batter will be the shortstop, Braden Shoemake. And here it comes. And downstairs.
1-0.
The 1-0.
No.
And a foul ball. The 2-1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for guys to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
got him swinging.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
And the 0-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Righty to the plate. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's his second strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Altuve in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. He's already homered in this game. The 1-0. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. On a strike, the pitch. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the corner for a strike. 2-2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The next pitch misses. 3-2 now. Yordan Alvarez up next for the Astros. Two down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a pitch. Bounced out to short. Crawford fires to first on the run. Out number 3. Back here in Houston, now the number 2 hitter, Julio Rodriguez. The pitch. There's a strike. Sousa, 27 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2018. Ripped, but it curls foul. And foul ball. Oh, and 2 now. That one just misses.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Matthews going back some more, and caught on the warning track.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Now, Josh Naylor. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Left-hand hitter waits. Right down to shoot. That's strike 2.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Next pitch is outside, and that's ball 1.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Here's a 1-2. Up the middle. Altuve handles it. Not in time, and he reaches safely.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Man at first with 1 gone, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh. Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. And that ball is gone. A shot to left. And they add a couple more. It's 8-2.
And with the 6-run lead, there are fans that are starting to head to the exits. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. And he's got a double.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
Man at second with 1 away. Luke Raley up next for the Mariners.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Now 1-1. Arozarena, the runner at second with 1 away. Next pitch downstairs. 2-1.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
The pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2. Kicks and deals. Rolled slowly to first. And he grabs it in foul ground. 1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 down.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. That missed inside. 1-0. Two outs. Just missed.
Outside.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And now 3-1.
3-1.
The 3-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Full count.
Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning courtesy of this 2-run homer. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And now the DH, Yordan Alvarez. Bizardo back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they inch closer. It's 8-3.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Cooper Criswell.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. And fouled off.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. And the right-hander deals. And now 1-2. One, two now. Lifted in the air, right center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next to the Astros, the first baseman,
Christian Walker now at the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First offering misses the mark. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Number 48, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. And the pitch. This one high in the air to left center. The Rosarena after it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Up next to the Astros.
And now Cam Smith. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score tonight. First was a victorious